Aptus PeakBoost is a phosphorus booster that's a part of the premium collection of Aptus Plant Tech, and it's used particularly in early bloom phases to provide an extra kick of phosphorus during fruit set and development. Some of the benefits of using PeakBoost is that it provides a large amount of bioavailable phosphorus early on in the bloom phase. It has a powerful stimulating effect on the blooming process, and it's 100% water soluble and organomineral, so it's a natural form of phosphorus, but it'll also keep your reservoir clean and free of biofilm buildup. And it's chelated with amino acids, particularly left-turning amino acids, which is the natural form, and that allows it to be taken up by the plant more available throughout the entire cycle. So PeakBoost contains a few ingredients that are very important to stimulating the blooming process. The first thing is high concentrations of phosphorus, which is important for flower set and flower and fruit development early on in the bloom phase. It's in a highly bioavailable form, and that's because the minerals are chelated in left-turning amino acids. And when a plant looks for some sort of mineral, it goes into the soil and says what's available, and looks for phosphorus. All it sees is left-turning amino acids, so it absorbs those readily because it knows that amino acids are important for it. Well, the amino acids get transported through the plant, they dissolve, and that mineral phosphorus is there now available for the plant to use. Kind of tricks a plant to a degree. And also because of that, because being mixed with amino acids instead of water, it's highly concentrated and more effective. The organomineral form of the phosphorus also helps to minimize antagonism with other minerals, and that's because it's in a more natural form that nature recognizes. You end up getting a lot more availability of these particular nutrients versus a lot of other nutrients out there. The left-turning amino acids in PeakBoost also help to aid in the floral development and maturation. They're very important for a lot of plant processes, and they most importantly help with nutrient absorption. So as I mentioned, when amino acids chelate these different minerals, it makes them more available to the plant because the plant's not taking up a mineral, now it's taking up an amino acid. And of course, once the amino acids are in the plant, they perform many other processes, structurally, hormonally, as well as immune system, a lot of things that are very beneficial to your plant. One of the things amino acids do is they provide a source of organic nitrogen, which is readily absorbed into the plant tissue. And more importantly, because it's in organic form, it helps to minimize the antagonism with other nutrients and minerals that are in your growing medium. And that's important because although nitrogen's needed less and less as the blooming phase goes on, it still is needed in small amounts. And when it's in the organic form, it's a more natural way for the plant to take it up, and it doesn't compete with other minerals such as phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium later on in the cycle. And because it's an organic form also, you're not going to have the issues of burning with overdoses and antagonism that you do have with nitrates and other synthetic forms of nitrogen. When you're using PeakBoost, there's a couple things to keep in mind. You always want to mix PeakBoost in your feed water after you mix Facilitor and then your base NPK fertilizer. And throughout bloom weeks 2 to 6, of course that depends upon how long your actual bloom phase is. This is about an 8 to 9 week cycle. You're going to use between 6 and 16 milliliters per 5 gallons. So it's very, very concentrated. You always want to make sure that you use clean measuring tools and avoid contamination with the bottle. And that's because it is concentrated. If you get contaminants in there, it starts to decrease and affect the shelf life of PeakBoost. And of course, the same way, you always want to keep it in a controlled temperature environment and keep it closed. You don't want stuff getting back into that bottle. With Aptus, everything is education, because we believe that if you're properly educated and you understand what's going on in your plant, in your soil, as well as with the products that you're putting in and the nutrients that you're using, that you'll have better and more profitable results. So we are always here to educate you, provide any information we can. If you'd like to learn more about PeakBoost as well as the other plant boosters that are found in the premium collection by Aptus, go to aptus-usa.com/education.